Hello everyone, Dinky Boo Jikendo Physiology More, and today is day 2 of punches, kicks, and conditioning. So, I'm going to give you kind of to bring some things into perspective here. So, as I talk about punches and kicks, combinations, we've gone over proper punching drills, kicking drills. Also, we've gone over punching and kicking combination drills. Okay, so now we're going to get into the conditioning aspect. As I mentioned yesterday, you want to make sure you have the conditioning aspects to back up your technical training itself, because here's the thing. Yes, you might be one badass person, you might be really good at defending yourself, but how much better do you think you could be if you would back up your proper conditioning? So, you know, if you're somebody who is very skilled, but you're like, oh, maybe I should work on my conditioning, but I want to continue to maintain what I have. Well, that's why I talk about strengthen your weaknesses and maintain your strengths. So if you're in that category where, you know, your technical skills are really well, but your conditioning isn't the greatest, well, guess what? For your training, just like the whole concept of Jeet, 60% conditioning, 40% technique, and other training. Now, if you're very, very lacking in conditioning, some of your training sessions, at least 2 or 3 a week, you're going to want to be primarily 80 to 90% of conditioning, because that's going to get you that backup that you're going to need later on, and then continue to maintain your strengths, which is going to be, you know, your technical skills and things like that. To give you a little bit of an idea, so just throw a few combinations. I'm going to throw some punching, kicking, and then punch and kick combined. Okay, so we'll go 1, 2, 3, boom, boom. What that was, that we go 1, 2, 3, a hook and a cross. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. Okay, I'm not breathing real hard. If you're breathing really hard just doing that right there, you might want to work on your conditioning. Even somewhat conditioned people, whether you have more of a cardiovascular response, a better cardiovascular response, or a better anaerobic response, which means more stamina-based, more faster movements, that's going to depend upon the movements that I just made. Okay, so now we're going to go into doing 1, 2, 3, boom, boom. 1, 2, 3, boom, boom. 1, 2, 3, boom, boom. Okay, so if you're breathing hard from that, you might want to work on your conditioning. Obviously, some type of elevation of your breathing and heart rate is definitely going to happen no matter what. But if you're sitting there and you just did those few combinations, you're like, and you're completely exhausted, wiped out. Yeah, I'm breathing a little hard. I did some intense training, so my body's a little, But guess what? That gives you a little bit of an idea, okay? Because here's the thing, another concept of Jeet Kune. One thing that Bruce Lee emphasized was work yourself to complete exhaustion and continue to work on your punches and kicks. And basically, that's not word for word, but the whole basic concept of this is what you must do to be a true, great martial artist, to be the best you can be as a martial artist, is you must continually learn to be able to perform multiple punches and kicks in combination when you are totally exhausted. I know it sounds kind of a crazy concept, but that's the whole thing. That's why it's 60% conditioning and 40% technique training. That's also why a lot of people, or a handful of people that I've heard of, or that I've actually spoke with directly or tried to train, don't really follow through with Jeet Kune, because it is a lot of conditioning. But it is well worth it in the end. It is a rough, sometimes a tough lifestyle to live, but guess what? It is well worth it in the end. I've been consistent in my Jeet Kune training for 15 years now. I sparked interest when I was 5. I wish I could say I was consistent since then, but unfortunately, I was not. I just kind of dabbled with it off and on for so many years back, and then there was times when, hey, I was going at it hard for maybe an entire summer. Then I took like basically 3.5 years where I did hardly anything, and then what really kind of gave me a little bump is a friend of mine wanted me to do a cage fight, which I will never do again, because I am a martial artist, I'm a pacifist, I don't like to fight, I don't like to hurt people, I only like to defend myself if it's absolutely necessary for my family or myself. But I went ahead, hey, you know what, let's give it a shot and see what happens. Okay, and that kind of sparked a little bit. Then in 2008, when my kid's mother, when we were together, found out my first son, she was pregnant with our first son, that inspired me to do more. Plus, she kicked me in the ass and said, hey, you know what? You need to get out there and start doing more things. So guess what? Sometimes it takes the extra drive from another person, whether the person is somebody you're with or an outside source that's going to give you that little kick in the ass. Sometimes that's what we need. So get your conditioning in check today so you can perform your multiple punches and kicks to defend yourself and your family in the best ways possible. Let's do these things. Let's stay motivated, believe in yourself, believe you can do it, and believe that you deserve it. Let's get out there, get your ass up, smash, punch, kick that like button, just don't break it. Do more than what you did yesterday. Believe you can do much greater things in life. Push yourself. Let's go.